Hi, my name is Basir. In this video, I'll be teaching you how to find the circumcenter of a triangle when the vertices of a triangle are given to you. Now, this is one of those questions that have been asked multiple times in intermediate first year Math 1B paper of Telangana State and Andhra Pradesh. So let's sit down and start solving the question in which we'll find the circumcenter of a triangle when the vertices are given to us. Okay, so we have a question here from intermediate first year examination, Telangana State May 2018 question paper. It says, find the circumcenter of the triangle whose vertices are 1, 3, 0, -2 and -3, 1. So we have to find the circumcenter of the triangle whose vertices are given to us. Now, to understand what a circumcenter is, let us first understand what a circumcircle is. A circumcircle is a circle which circumscribes a triangle, meaning a circumcircle is a circle which passes through all the three vertices of the triangle, and a circumcenter is just the center of this circle. Now, if you look here, I have denoted the circumcenter by the letter S and I have given it the coordinates x, y. SA is the distance from the center of the circle to a point A on the circle, which means SA is the radius. Likewise, SB is also the radius because SB is the distance from the center of the circle to a point B on the circle. Likewise, SC is also a radius because it is also the distance from the center of a circle to a point C on the circle. So SA and SB and SC, since they are three radiuses, they are all the radiuses, they have to be equal to one another. So SA is equal to SB is equal to SC. Now, let us consider these two things first. SA is equal to SB. Now, what is SA again? SA is the distance from S to a point A on the circle. I hope you know what distance formula is. Distance, when you have 2 points given to you, the distance can be calculated by using this formula: square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now, SA is nothing but the distance from S to a point A on the circle. The distance formula will have a square root. To get rid of the square root, let me square this thing on both sides. Let me square this equation on both sides. So I'm going to square the left hand side and I'm going to square the right hand side. That will get rid of the square root. Now let me find out what is SA square. See, in the distance formula you are subtracting the x coordinates and then you are squaring them. Likewise, you are subtracting the y coordinates and then squaring it. Right, I'll do the same thing here. The coordinates of S are x, y, which I assumed here. So the distance from S to a point A, let us name this as A, let us name this as B, and let us name this as C. The distance SA square is going to be x minus 1 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square. So what did I do here? I am subtracting the x coordinates. So x minus 1 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square. That is your SA square. And what would be SB square? X minus 0 whole square. So from the x coordinate, I am subtracting the x coordinate here. Likewise, from the y coordinate, I am going to subtract the y coordinate. Y minus of minus 2 will give you plus 2, right? Y plus 2 whole square. Now, I am going to use A minus B whole square formula to expand this. And what is A minus B whole square? I hope you remember this. A minus B whole square is nothing but A square minus 2AB plus B square. So let us use that formula to expand this. So this is going to be A square minus 2AB plus B square, isn't it? In the same way, let us expand this also by using A minus B whole square formula. So this is going to be y square minus 2y into 3 plus 3 square. Here A is y and then B is 3. So this becomes A square minus 2AB plus B square. X minus 0 is nothing but x itself. So this becomes x square. And then this I can expand using A plus B whole square formula, which is A square plus 2AB plus B square. Here A is y and then B is 2. So what do we end up getting here now? This becomes x square minus 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into x is 2x, 1 square is 1 into 1, which is 1 itself, y square minus 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into y is 6y, 3 square is nothing but 3 into 3, which is 9, and then here I have x square plus y square plus 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into y is 4y, and then 2 square is 4. On the left hand side I have a x square, and on the right hand side I have a x square, so both of them they cancel out. Why and how? Obviously this is plus x square. If it goes to the right hand side it becomes minus x square, so plus x square and minus x square, they would have obviously cancelled out eventually, right? So that's the reason I cancelled this x square from the left hand side and this x square from the right hand side. Likewise, let us cancel this y square from the left hand side and this y square from the right hand side. Is there anything else that we can cancel out? No, nothing as of now. So let us write what is remaining here. Minus 2x minus 6y, 9 plus 1, that gives us 10. Here on the right hand side I just have 4y plus 4. Now remember, when you frame a equation, you obviously frame it in this format. You frame it like ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So you write the x term and then the y term and then the constant term. The first term should not be negative. Here I see that x is negative, so let us transpose it to the right hand side, so x becomes positive. Now minus 2x, if you transpose it to the right hand side, it becomes plus 2x. Minus 6y, if you transpose it to the right hand side, becomes plus 6y. Plus 10, if you transpose it to the right hand side, it becomes minus 10. And then these two things, they are already on the right hand side, so let's just write them as it is. And now there is nothing remaining on the left hand side, so you can say just 0 is there on the left hand side. Instead of writing 0 is equal to this thing, you can write this is equal to 0. Obviously, if a is equal to b, b is also equal to a. So instead of writing 0 is equal to this thing, you can write this thing is equal to 0. Now that's okay. We can simplify it a little further. So this is 2x, 6y plus 4y, that gives us 10y, minus 10 plus 4, that gives us minus 6. You can leave it this way, or else you can take 2 common from all the 3 terms, because 2, 10 and 6, they all go by 2 table. So you can take 2 common from all the 3 terms, or you can just cancel them by 2 table. 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 5 is 10, 2 into 3 is 6. Now you are left with 1x plus 5y minus 3 is equal to 0, which is your first equation. So when you considered SA is equal to SB, you got your first equation. Now I can consider SB is equal to SC. You can even consider SA is equal to SC. It is your personal choice. But for now, let me consider SB is equal to SC. Now what is SB? SB is nothing but the distance from S to the point B on the circle, and obviously the distance formula will have a square root in it. Just so we get rid of the square root, let us square the equation on both sides. So I'm going to square the left hand side and I'm going to square the right hand side. Let us now find out what is SB square. SB square, how do you find out SB square? In the distance formula, what do you have? You subtract the x coordinates and then square it, and then you subtract the y coordinates and then you square it, right? So we'll do the same thing here when we find out SC square. So from the x coordinate, I'm going to subtract the x coordinate, meaning x minus of minus 3, that gives me plus 3, square it, y minus 1, square it. So I have subtracted the x coordinates and then I squared it, subtracted the y coordinates and then squared it. In the same way, let us find out SC square. No, I'm sorry, I actually calculated SC square here. This is SC square. No worries. SC square and SB square, they are all already equal to each other. So I can write SB square on the right hand side. That is fine. It hardly matters. If SB square is equal to SC square is also equal to SB square. That doesn't really make any difference. So instead of, okay, let me find out SB square now. So x minus 0 whole square plus y minus of minus 2 is plus 2 whole square. Now I'm going to use a plus b whole square formula to expand it. And what is a plus b whole square? A plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square, isn't it? So this becomes a square plus 2ab plus b square, where a is x and then b is 3. Here I'm going to use a minus b whole square formula, which is a square minus 2ab plus b square. X minus 0 is nothing but x itself, so this becomes x square, and then a plus b whole square formula, which is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now this is x square plus 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into x is 6x, 3 square is 9, this is y square, 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into y is 2y, 1 square is 1 into 1, which is 1 itself. X square plus y square plus 2 into 2 is 4, 4 into y is 4y, and then 2 square is 4. Let us cancel the terms that we can cancel from the left hand side and from the right hand side. I see that I have an x square on the left hand side and I have an x square on the right hand side. I can cancel them out. Why? Obviously plus x square, if it goes to the right hand side, it becomes minus x square. So plus x square and minus x square, they would have cancelled out eventually. Likewise, this y square from the left hand side and this y square from the right hand side, we can cancel them. Now let us write what is remaining on the left hand side. On the left hand side, I have 6x minus 2y, 9 plus 1, that gives us 10. On the right hand side, I have 4y plus 4. Let us take these terms on the left hand side. So 6x minus 2y plus 10 from the left hand side. I have written them as it is, and then these things, when I transpose them to the left hand side, the signs change. So plus 4y, it becomes minus 4y, plus 4, that becomes minus 4. So now I end up getting 6x minus 2y minus 4y is minus 6y, 10 minus 4, that gives us 6. Now all the three of them, they go by 6 table, so you can actually take 6 common from all the three terms, or else you can just cancel them by 6 table. 6 into 1 is 6, 6 into 1 is 6, 6 into 1 is 6. So what are you left with now? You are left with 1x minus 1y plus 1 is equal to 0. That's your second equation. So we got the two equations here. We got the two equations. And now what are we going to do? We are just going to solve these two equations. And how are we going to solve these two equations? To solve the two equations, you can use the method of substitution, or you can use the elimination method, or you can use the cross multiplication method. And in intermediate, we usually use the cross multiplication method. So let me first write the two equations one below the other, and then we'll see how to use the cross multiplication method to solve the two equations. So now on this paper, I'm going to write the two equations. The first equation is 1x plus 5y minus 3 is equal to 0. That's our first equation. And then the second equation is 1x minus 1y plus 1 is equal to 0. That's our second equation. And how are we going to solve these two equations? Let us use the cross multiplication method. What do you do in cross multiplication method? You write the terms, the coefficients in this format: y, c, x, y. Meaning, you first write the coefficients of y and then the constant terms, c for constant, and then the coefficient of x, again the coefficient of y. So let's try that. The coefficients of y. The coefficient of y in the first equation is 5, and the coefficient of y in the second equation is minus 1. And then c is nothing but the constant. I see the constant minus 3 here and the constant 1 here. X, the coefficient of x, 1 and 1. Again y, the coefficient of y, 5 minus 1. I personally remember this in this way: y, c, x, y. Why do you see x and y? Why do you see x, y? Okay, so why are you seeing x, y? That's how I remember it personally. So the coefficient of y, the coefficients, the constant terms, coefficients of x, and then the coefficients of y once again. And now you have to write x in this space, y in this space, and then 1 in this space. After this, since this method is known as cross multiplication method, you are supposed to do cross multiplication. How are you going to do it? You have to write x by cross multiply this thing. 5 into 1, 5 into 1, keep a minus sign, and then multiply these two. Minus 1 into minus 3, minus 1 into minus 3, and these two signs, since they are very close to each other. Let me separate them by using a bracket here. We are going to do the same thing with y here. So y by cross multiplication, minus 3 into 1, minus 3 into 1, keep a minus sign and then multiply these two, 1 into 1. Do the same thing with this one also. Cross multiply this into this, keep a minus sign and then this into this. That's what it is. 1 into minus 1, keep a minus sign, 1 into 5. Now what happens? X by 5 into 1 is 5, minus into minus is plus, plus into minus, that gives us minus back again. 1 into 3 is 3. Y by minus, keep the minus sign as it is, 3 into 1 is 3, keep the minus sign, 1 into 1 is 1. Now 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. Obviously, when you multiply two numbers, you have to first multiply the signs. Since this one doesn't have a sign, obviously by default it has a plus sign. Plus into minus, that gives us minus. 1 into 1 is 1. Now keep this minus sign. 1 into 5 is 5. Now what are you left with? X by 5 minus 3 is 2. Y by minus 3 minus 1 is minus 4. Minus 1 minus 5 is minus 6. Now I want to find out the value of x and the value of y. How am I going to do it? Now to find out the value of x, you have to equate x with the constant term. To find out the value of y, you have to equate y with the constant term. Let me first equate the x with the constant term to find out the value of x. So this is what I am going to do. I am going to use this page to do this. I'm going to equate x by 2 with the constant term 1 by minus 6. Then what is x going to be? Now since 2 is dividing on the left hand side, it should be multiplying on the right hand side. 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 3 is 6. So x value is 1 by minus 3. The minus sign, it obviously shifts to the numerator. So x value is 1 minus 1 by 3. In the same way, let us find out the value of y by equating y with the constant term. Let us equate y with the constant term. So y by minus 4, I'm going to equate it with the constant term 1 by minus 6. Since minus 4 is dividing on the left hand side, it should be multiplying on the right hand side, and then this minus from the denominator and this minus from the numerator, they cancel out. 2 into 2 is 4, 2 into 3 is 6. So y value, I am getting it as 2 by 3. Now what would be our circumcenter? We did not knew the circumcenter in the first place, so we took the circumcenter as some x comma y, right? Now x is minus 1 by 3 and then y is 2 by 3. So the circumcenter is minus 1 by 3 comma 2 by 3.